Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and I am here to help you manifest the life of your dreams. So I wanted to talk about today, not just manifesting a single desire, I want to talk about how to change your life through manifesting. I've been absent on YouTube for about the last 6 months, and prior to my absence, I was actually manifesting really well. I was getting things pretty easily and I wasn't worrying about it, and I was just trusting my thoughts and trusting the process, and I just had things come to me without really even trying. But then I just sort of ended up going down a rabbit hole of watching other people's YouTube videos, watching other manifestation teachers. I guess I was comparing myself to them and seeing how they manifest, and they all have different approaches. And I just sort of felt like the way that I was doing it before maybe wasn't the most efficient way, wasn't the fastest way. And if I'm teaching on YouTube how to manifest, I guess I wanted to be the best at it. I wanted to tell you exactly how to do it and how to make it work for you the most effectively. So what happened was I just sort of started trying all these different techniques out and watching video after video after video and becoming a little bit obsessed with it. Like, I stopped watching normal TV, I stopped just doing ordinary things in my life because I just felt like to get the life I want, I had to sit there and say affirmations 100 times a day and, just control my thoughts 24/7 and really focus on changing my life and just stay on top of my mental diet all day long. And you know what? It was just exhausting. That's not how I want to manifest. So I just ended up saying a few weeks ago, this has went on for about 6 months. And about 3 weeks ago, I was just like, that is enough. I am not watching any more YouTube teachers. I'm not watching any more manifestation videos. I just want to enjoy my life again. I don't want to obsess over attracting a specific person or obsessing over attracting, $20 million. I just wanted to still get these things, but just be happy with me. First and foremost, I wanted to be happy with me. I wanted to say that my life right now is fine. It's enough. I'm perfectly happy and I'm in a state of receiving. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to put myself into a state of receiving. And I felt like I was not. I was just creating so much resistance because I was becoming obsessed with the things that I wanted and the correct way to manifest. So what I did about 3 weeks ago was I just got out the notes on my phone, on my iPhone, and I scripted out the person, the old version of me, the version that I didn't want to be anymore. I wrote down all about that person, things like, that I'm unmotivated, has skin issues, just personal things, I guess. Like, I really just wrote down everything I didn't really like about myself and the things that I wanted to change, the things that I didn't like about my current reality. So I wrote it all down. I didn't want to run away from it. I wanted to acknowledge it. But then I wanted to write out the new version of me. And that was exciting. I wrote down, that I was confident, that I loved myself, that I value myself very highly, that I'm secure, that I'm motivated, that my passion is my business. And that was a big one for me because in my old version of my reality, I wanted money. Doesn't everyone want money? But the thing is, even with a lot of money, I still had no idea what my life purpose was. I didn't really know what it was I wanted to do. So I had to do a little bit of soul searching, and I let my subconscious guide me to that answer because I was feeling a little bit lost. So I scripted in the new version that my passion was my income and that my business was thriving and I had millions of dollars in the bank, and that I'm a swimwear model just because I wanted to get into shape, that I had beautiful acne-free skin, or actually just clear skin, and that everybody loves me, everybody wants to be around me, I have plenty of friends, I have heaps of men chasing me. And I wrote this version out and I read both versions of myself, and I realized that Yet it was time to shift into the new version. And the way to do that was just to keep reading the new version of me. Just read it out morning and night. Or, whenever I felt like maybe I wasn't having a good moment, or I just wanted a bit of a reminder as to where I'm going with my day and what I wanted to achieve, I just got out the new version of me and read it. I didn't really focus on the old version of me. I just had to get that out. And within a day, I found a video on YouTube that was about building websites and designing websites, which is something I used to be very passionate about, but I just didn't have the confidence in myself to go and do it. This girl was just showing this very simple, effective way to make your website look fantastic. And it lit a fire inside me again. And I just got straight on my computer and I started building websites, and I just was learning so many new techniques and tricks. And I built my own website in a few days. I'll link to it below if you're interested in checking it out. And I felt like my passion came back, and I hadn't been feeling it for so long. And just naturally it came back. I didn't have to try. The motivation sort of kicked in again. I had some purpose. So that's one massive thing that's come out of at least the last couple of weeks for me. And secondly, I decided to stop eating soy because I felt like it was contributing to my acne, and my skin has cleared up out of sight. And being off soy also means I'm not eating a lot of junk food, like a lot of rubbish, and I've been eating a lot better foods. So I could already feel like I'm on track for losing weight. However, I'm also just imagining that, it might sound silly, but I say in my head that I'm a swimwear model, because I imagine if I was a swimwear model, I'd be having a really, really decent body. And I don't even really think it comes down to what you eat, it's what you believe. So if you believe that you look like a swimwear model and you can imagine yourself having that figure, then your subconscious gets a message, and it probably doesn't really matter what you eat. It's just, your body's just going to become that way. Sorry about that, my camera just decided to die on me. So back to what I was saying, I believe that it is your thoughts and your subconscious that ultimately gives you everything that you want. However, when it comes to food, I find that just from eating better, I'm feeling better, I'm feeling a lot healthier, I'm feeling better physically and mentally. So I just think that putting good food into my body has been benefiting me in lots of different ways. And I guess what I've really been doing the last couple of weeks is just loving myself. So waking up every morning and just loving who I am. Loving the new version of me. That's the version I want to be. That's the version I tell myself every day now that I am. And it just starts my day off so much better. I've even been very, very sick the last couple of weeks with a cold, and I've still just been getting things done because I'm just feeling like a whole new version of me that's much more focused, much more motivated, much more determined to reach my goals. And that's only come from scripting and just reading back the new version of me. And just for an example, if I'm standing in front of the mirror getting ready in the morning and I see a few acne spots, and I just acknowledge that the old version of me is finishing up. And in my mind, I'm imagining the new version of me that has perfectly clear skin. Same goes with my figure. I might not be seeing something in the mirror right away. I'm still dealing with my 3D reality that is shifting with my thoughts. But in the meantime, I don't live in the 3D, I live in my mind. So if I'm seeing something in the mirror, I just have to close my eyes and imagine the body I want, or just say, oh, that's just the old version, whatever. I just give the 3D, my current reality, no relevance whatsoever, because all it is my old thoughts finishing up. And anytime I might check in with the 3D to see how it's going, I'm just going straight back to the old version of me. And this confuses your subconscious, because you're giving your subconscious instructions for one version, but then you keep dropping down to this other version of yourself that you don't want anymore. So when you've got thoughts that are going back that way, your subconscious is getting a different set of instructions, and then it might start giving you more of the old version because your mind is going there. So this is an analogy that I came up with the other day, and I feel like it's pretty good way of explaining it, really. There's two versions. You've got the new version of you and the old version of you. And this goes, you can put, so if you're trying to manifest a specific person and they're not giving you what you want in your old reality, Well, that's the old version of them. So that can stay down there with the old version of you. But you put yourself up here. This is a new version of you. And the new version of your specific person that's giving you everything that you want, they can be up here with you. So this is your new reality. This is where all of those good thoughts are. All the thoughts of you from your previous version and your SP down here. Imagine there's a line drawn in the middle. And now I want you to, so you've got one version up here, one version down here. I want you to stay up here. This is where I keep myself. And I've actually written it down on a piece of paper. New version of me, old version of me. And I want you to think of yourself as a computer. So I want you to imagine sitting in front of the computer and watching the old version of you on the computer screen. Now I want you to imagine the screen just slowly dimming and then going to sleep. The light goes off and your computer screen goes into sleep mode. Well, when you're not focusing on the old version of you anymore, it's going to sleep in your mind. You're not giving it any life, so it's just going to stay asleep. But in a minute, you have a thought that might come from the old version of you. What you're doing is you're shaking the mouse and you're waking that screen back up. So you're awakening that old version of you again with your thoughts. So really you don't even want to bump the mouse. You don't want to wake it up for even a second. You want to keep that screen in sleep mode. You want to turn that old version of you off. I want you to imagine, unplugging a power supply and just seeing that light just go dim. So like an Xbox or something that has a light on it, a power light that just fades out to nothing once you've unplugged it. I want you to imagine that that is what is happening with the old version of you. You're just pulling the plug out on it and the new version is taking over. So if you're experiencing a bit of what you want but a bit of what you don't want, chances are you keep shaking that mouse and you keep waking up the screen, which is the old version of you. And I know how easily it happens. But, you don't want it to happen, but I know how easily your thoughts can go there because they've been programmed for so long to think a certain way. So that's why scripting out the new version of you is incredibly important, and reading it, say, morning and night, and let it go during the day. Just get on with your day and have fun. It's not work. It's not supposed to be work. You're just reminding yourself of who you want to be and where you're going. So script out a new version of you and then write out a specific list of things that you want to show up in your new reality. It can be money or a car. It can be a specific person, a house, a new business. So write down the new version of you. You can also include those things in that description, or you can just write a separate list of things that you'd like to manifest. And you can either affirm for those as well as reading out a new version of you, or you can just read out a new version of you every day. And one more thing I want to mention about affirmations is the way that I do them. So if I'd specifically like to manifest $2,000, the way that I would affirm for that is to say thank you to my subconscious for giving me the $2,000. I talk to my subconscious like it's outside of me, like it's a person that's listening to everything, because it is. And I just say thank you so much for that $2,000. Or thank you, subconscious. Thanks for coming through for me once again. The way I don't affirm is by saying, I've got $2,000, I've got $2,000, I've got $2,000, I've got $2,000, I've got $2,000. I just can't be bothered with that. I mean, if that works for you, if you really have to drill it into your head that way, do it. But don't stop having a life to sit around and affirm for things all day long. It's exhausting, and I honestly feel like this causes resistance. I think you're much better off just saying, oh, thank you for that, subconscious. Just saying it once or twice a day, like, oh, yep, that's right, there it is. Affirm for the things that you want when you feel like it, when you're inspired. That is how you manifest quickly and easily every single time. Anyway, so thank you for watching, guys. I hope this has helped some of you out there that might have been struggling the way I was, or find yourself in a bit of a funk and you're not really sure where to go from here. Life is supposed to be enjoyed, so don't sit around wasting any more time on manifesting. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.